in this session we will see about the static array. So you already know that we have classified the array in two manner. First is when memory is allocated, second is how memory is allocated. So as part of that we are seeing now how memory is allocated. We have already seen when memory is allocated. Okay, so in this you have two ways. First is you have two types of array. When we are saying we are classifying the array based on how memory is allocated, in that case we have two types of array. First is array which memory is allocated during the compile time. So here allocated during the compile time. So in that case that array is nothing but your static array. Apart from that, one more type, that is uh, memory is allocated during the runtime. So when the memory is allocated during the runtime, in that type of array is called as dynamic array, queues and associative array. Okay, so in that first we will see when memory is allocated at runtime, sorry, at compile time. So in that case we have static array, so we will see static array. So here you see static array. So what is the static array? So see, static array is a array whose size is fixed at compile time. So during the compilation you are fixing the size of the array. That array is nothing but static array and cannot be changed and cannot be changed during simulation. So during the simulation you cannot change the array size. So because you already fixed the array size at compile time. Now what is the example? So this is an example. Int type of array and data is a array name, and here you see we are fixing the size. So at this point of time we fix the size, that is we fix the size at compile time only. So this type of array is what? Static array. Okay, so this always has only how many elements? Total 5 elements only. So see, this is the array, and if you break down this then it will look like this. Okay, so the data 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, so total 5 elements is there. Now you see here each, because we are using array type is int, so int size is how much? 32 bits, right? So if you see total this array, how many bits value it can hold? That it can hold 5 element multiply by 32 bits, so total 160 bit value it can hold, this array can hold. Okay, so now we will see some example. Through example we will try to understand. So this is a module, and this is a module name. Here we are declaring one static array which contains 5 integers. Okay, so this is what 5 element is, 5 array, 5 element, 5 variable. If you see here inside the initial begin, what we are doing, we are assigning value to the individual element. So total here we have how many elements? 5 elements. Here individually element we are accessing and we are assigning value to that. So you see data and that index, this is the index, this is called index, correct? So data and index 0, and we are assigning value 10. Similarly we assign into the other elements also, so till 4, right? Because in this case index will start from 0 and it will go to total size minus 1, so it will start from 0 and it will go to 4. Okay, so this is how we assign value to each element. Then what we are doing here, we are displaying the array content. Okay, so here we are displaying the array content in the format of what? Decimal. So this is a format specifier, we are printing the value in decimal format, so you will get output like this. Okay, so in this case you will get output like this. So this is your output. Okay, now we can initialize index wise, or we can initialize in different manner. So there are few ways of initializing the array. So in this case what we are doing, directly we are going to initialize. So you don't always have to assign each element separately. You can use array assign pattern. So what are the array assignment pattern? We will see here. So as you already know, module, then module name. Here we have declared int type of array, that is a static array with size, and the size is how much? 5. Inside the initial begin we are doing something. So see, this is a array name. inside this array name, what we are putting, total 5 elements we are putting. Okay, so see, this will be at which index? 0th index. This will be first, second, third and fourth. So total 5. So to do array pattern assignments, what you have to do is tick, then you have to use curly braces. Inside the curly braces you have to put the value. This value should not be more than the size. If it is more than the size, means it will give you compile error. Okay, then what we are doing here, we are using for each. Now this is a type of loop which is there in SystemVerilog and other language as well. And here what we are doing, we are iterating. So this is a 0th index, right? And this is the first, second, four, second, third, fourth. So this is what we are giving inside the parenthesis of for each. And here we are printing each line each time. Like first it will start from where? It will start from 0, then it will move to 1, then it will move to 2, then it will move to 3, then it will move to 4. So it will go like this, right? So it will start from 0th index. So here you see 0th, and the value, this one 10 will print. Why 10 will print? So this is, I am printing index, then I am printing the element value at each index. So data of I, here I is 0, so 0th index is holding which value? 10. Similarly we are printing other as well. Okay, then we have, like, here we use a array assignment pattern to assign the value to array, but we can use for each loop as well to assign value to the array. So everything is same except this line. So in this line we are iterating how many times? Total 5 times. Start from 0 and it will go to till 4. Then this is the array. Inside the 0th index, what I am doing first time, 0 plus 1. So this will be 1 multiplied by 10. So this will be 10 only. So at the 0th index, what we are putting, what we are assigning? We are assigning 10. And the first index, what we are assigning? 1 plus 1, 2, and 2 multiplied by 10, that will be 20. So this is how we are doing, and here we are printing using for loop. Okay. So it will look like this. Now static array with a different data type. Now in a previous video I have explained you, when we are talking about packed array, that time we had limited data types, right? But in static array we can use all SystemVerilog data types to declare a static array. So here I am using bit, logic, byte and string, real, all those data types we are using to declare static array. Okay, so one example also you can see here. See, this is an example. We are using a string data type as a array, and then name, and total how many it can contain, how many elements? 3 elements. So inside the initial begin, what we are doing, we are assigning here one by one, element by element. So here on the first index, 0th index, what we are assigning? John, Rahul and Amit. So when we are printing, then we will get that value. Like what we will get? Name 0 John, name 1 Rahul, and so on. Now explicit index range. So see, when we are doing like this, int data, and in this case what will happen, index will start from 0, it will go to 10 minus 1, which is 9. But we can explicitly mention the index from where you should start and where you should stop. So how you will do that? So you will do like this, then it will. So this is an example of explicit index range. So int is a array data type, and this is a array name, and we are starting the index. This is your MSB bit, right? So we are starting the index at 2 and we are finishing, we are completing at 6. So this is the end index, this is the start index. So see here how it will look like this. Total how many elements is there? 5 elements is there. So this one will be data 2. This one will be data 3, data 4, data 5, data 6. So total how many elements? 5 element. Okay. Now we see one example based on this only. So in this case, the for each loop will run from where? It will run from data of second index, and it will go to data of which index? 6 index. Okay, it will go like this. So in this case everything is same. We are using for each loop to assign value to the array, and then we are printing. So you see here output will look like this. You can analyze from your end. And then we have a special note. What are the note is the the number of element is determined by the range. So in this case the number of element is determined by the range, not necessarily by the largest index. So in this case which one is largest index? So this 2 is a lowest index and this one is a largest index. So in this case the element will be decided by the range, not by the largest element. So in this case largest element is 6, but largest index is 6, but the element which this array can hold, that is 5 element only. So see here 6, how you will calculate MSB minus LSB plus 1. So this is the size and these many elements only it can hold. Okay, then we have multi-dimensional array. In a static array we can have multi-dimensional array as well. So how it will look like this? So you can create two static array. So this is how int, and I am using the array name as matrix, and this will be your row and another will be your column. I told you in a previous session also, right? So this is your row and this is your column. It means 2 rows 3 column. So how you can visualize this? So this is how you can visualize. So total how many rows is there? 1 rows and second rows. So total 2 rows is there. And if you talk about column means 1 column, second and third. So total in this here we have a naming convention as 0. So this is 0th column and this is the first column. So total how many column? 2. Sorry, I'm sorry, it is a row actually, not column. And here in this case it's a 0th column, first column, and it's a second column. So total how many column? 3 column. So this is how you have to represent. This represent row, number of row, this represent number of column. So when you are in a 0th row, at that time how many elements? 3 elements using different column. Okay, this is like a matrix in 12th class. I know, I hope you know the matrix. So this is same, it's the same. It's nothing difference. So it's a matrix only. So in this case, suppose you are at row number 1, then you have a column, which one? This 3 column. So when you are in this row, you can access 3 column. When you are in this row, you can access 3 column. Okay. So the code will look like this. If you develop the code, then in this case it will look like this, something like this. So how many rows is there? 2. How many column? 3. So in this case you see this is 1 row and this is second row. And how many column is there in each row? This is first column, second, third column. This is the third column. So this is one curly braces, tick one curly braces, and then again this is one curly braces. Okay, this is another. So this is how you have to assign using array assignment pattern. And then while printing you can use for each loop. Okay, or else if you want you can use for loop also, no problem. And this we are using, see here only one thing you have to remember. So here we are not doing like this, we are not doing like this. Okay, you should mention ij in one square bracket, matrix I comma j. I is what? Suppose in this case I is your row number, j is your column number, and then you are printing. So how you are printing? Same, here you will print index 0 0 and then here you will print value. Okay, so where we are using this static array? So in the verification, suppose your test has 10 expected transaction. So you are running a test in which you are expecting how many transactions? Total transaction expected is 10. So you can store them in a static array because you know already size. Size is 10 means you can declare a static array with a 10 size. 10 size you can declare and you can store. Okay. So we will see in our next video. If you learn something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe my channel for the further updates. Bye guys.